Hey beautiful, welcome back to my tarot channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Roya. I'm an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. Now my dear, I hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today's not the best day, I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of positive energy, and I hope everything will be well soon. Now, guys, today I'm back with another pick a card reading, and today's pick a card reading is all about your future spouse and you. To be more specific, how would they describe you to others? So let's see, how would your future spouse describe you? Now, with others, it could be anyone, their family, their friends, their colleagues, people in general. How would they describe you? So let's see how your future spouse sees you. As always, my dear, I have 3 piles you can choose from. Oh, and by the way, this is gonna be a candle wax reading. I think I forgot to mention that. And my dear, you see the piles, as always, 3 piles for you. And today I really wanted to stick to certain like color themes. And yeah, so every pile has a different color to it, and you can either go with the color to choose from, or you can, of course, as always, choose through the crystals or through the tarot cards. Now, this is pile 1 with the star card, this is pile 2 with the lovers card, and this is pile 3 with the sun card. As always, my dear, please feel free to pause the video, or you can also meditate on the cards if you feel like you need a little bit more time to choose. You will find all the timestamps in the description box, but of course also in the comment section. And as always, my dear, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey pal one, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, how would your future spouse describe you to others? Now, my dear, before we start with the candle wax reading, I would like to get you one card out of this tarot deck. So let's see, how would your future spouse describe you to others? Let's see what we need to know, how your future spouse sees you. All right, one card. Okay, look at that. We have the Ace of Wands. By the way, I'm not reading reversals today. All right. Oh, interesting. The Ace of Wands. Such a intriguing card. Okay, so how would your future spouse describe you to others? They would describe you as being this new beginning that they have been wishing for, that they have been praying for, hoping for, entering their life. Which is very interesting because we have the star card here, which is the card of, wishing for something, staying hopeful towards something. And then we have the Ace of Wands, and aces in general are a great indicator of new beginnings. And the Ace of Wands is the card of the new beginning, when it comes to passion and just having inspiration and this creative energy, just this fire, this chemistry as well. And what I find very interesting is that, yeah, your future spouse would tell others that you are what they have been wishing for or dreaming of, the kind of partner that they maybe always wanted or wanted for such a long time. And I don't know why I also heard the waiting was so worth it. So it could be the case that your future spouse has been waiting for you for quite some time. It could be a thought, or it could be something they literally say to others as well, that the waiting has been worth it because it brought you to them. But coming back to the Ace of Wands, you are this new beginning that was much needed, I'm hearing. As I said, I feel like your future spouse will be single for quite some time when you guys meet. For those of you guys who haven't met, of course. For those of you guys who already met, you may already know it, but when you meet them, they may have been single. And it's kind of like they desire, they want to have this passion, they want to have a connection with someone full of chemistry, right? And fire. However, it's kind of like, although your future spouse may have had situations or opportunities, options to choose from, they kind of felt like those weren't really like the person for your future spouse, you know? It didn't feel like my person, I'm hearing. So I feel like they have waited, you know, like they have waited for the right person to come through to take the relationship serious with. And even though they could have had options, I don't feel like they really went for them, because your future spouse is already giving me the energy of someone who knows what they want. They have a very clear vision when it comes to what kind of partner, what kind of life, what kind of future it is that they want to build and stuff like that. And I feel like those options were not really fitting. Maybe, for example, the people who reached out to your future spouse before you, they just weren't really, or they hadn't, yeah, they hadn't the kind, wait a second. Yeah, okay. They may have not had the same vision, such as maybe those people liked something casual. Your future spouse maybe wanted something serious, so it wasn't compatible and they didn't feel like those people were for them. So, coming back to you guys, you are this Ace of Wands. You are this new beginning in love, and also a source of inspiration for them. You know, love in itself can be a source of inspiration, right? I mean, we may have all heard that, you know, a person like they saw in their loved ones, their muse, their source of inspiration, their motivation, and stuff like that. That's what love makes us, or that's what love, yeah, the kind of effect that love has on us. You know, it makes us be so inspired and feel like full of abundance. And this is kind of the same thing I'm seeing here for you guys as well. Your future spouse will say, or they will tell other people that you are their inspiration and that you give them so much energy. They would describe you as a source of energy to them. And I don't mean it like in a energy vampire kind of way. That's not what I mean. I mean it like in a, once again, very inspirational and loving way. You know, when we have a person in our life that we love so, so much, and when we spend time with them and we interact with them, it's like recharging. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about here, just to clarify it. But this is actually such a interesting energy to start with. So definitely you will be a great new beginning for your future spouse. That's something for sure. Now let's start with your candle wax reading. Let me get you guys your things. All right, we have the candle. Let me light it up. Okay, all right. As always, my dear, please give me a moment. Please give me a moment to tune into the energies in here. For my beautiful pile one, how would your future spouse describe you to others? Let's see. The first thing I would like to say, I'm getting a very specific message. I'm hearing that your future spouse will tell other people that you brought them out of their, I'm hearing, of their hiding place, and you made them open up again. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. I feel like we have quite a lot of messages hidden in this message alone. So, what do I mean by that? First of all, I feel like before you met your future spouse, once again, your future spouse could have been perhaps a little bit guarded. Once again, I feel like this person is the kind of person who knows what they want and they're looking for that. So, if something comes towards them which doesn't really, or which, yeah, doesn't fit what they're looking for, they will not bring it in. But it's not only that. I feel like it runs much deeper. It could be the case that your future spouse is someone who is a little bit protective of themselves, the protective of their heart, or they may tend to guard themselves. Maybe your future spouse is someone who is very mindful when it comes to who they allow into their, yeah, basically inner circle, and who not. And I feel like maybe that's also why they have been, yeah, waiting for such a long time. They really wanted to find the right person for them who they can open up in front again. So maybe your person has been disappointed in the past when it comes to love, or hurt to some extent, like some kind of negative experience, and this has made them closed off a little bit, and it kind of took the right person to make them open up. And in your particular case, it's going to be you. And I really feel like it's heavily emotionally speaking. Your future spouse has been protecting themselves emotionally. Maybe they were in a relationship with someone who took advantage of their vulnerability, or their emotional attachment to the person. Like, I'm hearing something has been used against them. I'm hearing their heart was used against them. So, your future spouse is not someone who will just open up emotionally to just anyone, because I'm hearing the past has proved this person, unfortunately, that it may sometimes not be the smartest decision, because it puts us in a vulnerable place. And when you have negative people around you, this definitely can make you a target. And I feel like they had some people around them who saw this as, yeah, as something they want to take advantage of. And so your future spouse would tell other people that you are the kind of person who has helped them to come out, and open up the way someone should when it comes to love. When it comes to love, a person should feel safe and, yeah, trust when it comes to opening up to another person. And that's exactly how they will feel with you. I'm hearing, I have so much trust. Yeah. Your future spouse would describe to others that they have so much trust in you, that you are someone with such a wonderful personality, such a strong character. You are such a true person, like such a truthful, such a truthful person, and that they have so much belief in you, and they have so much belief in your guys' connection as well. Your future spouse is going to be very sure about your guys' connection, let me tell you that. They will not have any doubt. And this is not something which comes easy to them, okay? Let me make that very, very, how do you say that? I forgot the word. Like, let me emphasize that, okay? That this is not something that comes easy to them, because once again, it takes a lot of courage to put themselves in a situation again that in the past did not serve them and in fact may have hurt them. But I'm hearing once again, it's all about the right person. It's all about the right person. Any situation can turn into something negative if, there is a person involved that just hasn't the best intentions towards us. But at the same time, every situation can also turn into something very beautiful if we have a supportive and loving, partner or relationship with someone involved. And let me see. Another thing I'm guessing, okay, yeah. Another thing I'm receiving here is that your future spouse is going to tell other people that, now, I don't know when this exactly is going to be, if it's before you guys get married. Yeah, okay, it's before because of the context. So I heard they're going to say that you are marriage material to them. So that's why I said I feel like this is not something they will say after you guys got married, but this is something that they will say before. So they may say it to a friend or a family member that in you they see the spouse that they've been looking for. All right, so for some reason, I literally heard marriage material. So, of course, whatever in your future spouse's mind is considered marriage material, okay? It always also depends on the person's view or perspective on something, or what it is that they want in a marriage, right? Or what it is that they want in a spouse, to be more specific. They would also describe you as a very balanced person. So it could be the case that at the time when you and your future spouse will be together, you will be at a place in your life in which you feel very well balanced, not only externally, but also within yourself, when it comes to where you are, when it comes to how your life is going. I'm getting a lot of satisfaction, but most importantly, once again, I'm looking into your energies and they are very balanced out. I guess that's the best way to phrase it. That's the thing. The messages that I already got, and now it's being emphasized as well. Your future spouse sees you as a very truthful person, and that's something they would say to others as well. The trust I've been talking about, it also comes a lot from the fact that your future spouse sees you as someone who is real, who is authentic, and once again trustworthy, but also very honest. And this is something this person appreciates so much. I feel like your future spouse may have been in contact with deceitful energies in the past, so they appreciate honesty so much, and it is something that could be one of the most important traits that they're looking for in a potential partner. Your future spouse is the kind of person that will always choose the truth over, and even if it's a harsh truth, but over a beautiful lie, and that's something that is very important to them. And they feel like with you, everything is clear, there is this clarity. You're not playing a role, you're not playing a game. Everything is as it's coming through, and that's what they're really appreciating about you as well. And this is also something that they may say to, I'm hearing people who are very close to them. So this could be, let's say, a sibling or a very important family member for them. I know this has nothing to do with the intention of the reading, which was all about your future spouse and how they would describe you to others. But I'm receiving another message, very random, but what I got was your future spouse is going to be pretty decisive when it comes to pursuing you. Because once again, you guys, I told you, this person knows what they want, right? And when they see it, when they recognize it, they will not waste any time, especially also because they have been very patient. So when the thing or when they see something coming towards them, when they find what they've been looking for, and it could be in any area of their life, maybe career, maybe in their personal life, something that they've been looking for, love and stuff like that, they will not just sit around and do nothing. They will they will take action, you guys. That's something I'm seeing here so clearly. And you remember in the beginning where I talked about there are people who see their partners as their muse or a source of inspiration. I really feel this coming through once again. It wouldn't surprise me if one of you guys had some like fire in their chart, like Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, but of course, as always, take it how it resonates. But for some reason, it's coming through here. You will be a great source of inspiration, and it doesn't matter whether your future spouse works in some kind of like artistic field or creative field, or whether it's more so like practical and stuff like that. You will be somehow an inspiration to them, and I feel like it will have such a beautiful like influence on you as well. It's kind of like you will feel even more beautiful or even more like glowing as well, if that makes sense, because you're gonna see what a beautiful effect you have on other people, or better to say, on this person, and this makes you appreciate yourself even more. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like when we see that we bring the best out of other people, it makes us view ourselves even better, because we see that our beautiful energy lights up other people, so it lights up us even more. Okay, I hope I describe it the best way possible, but that's what I'm getting here. Now, my beautiful pal one, this is all I have for you for today. As always, my dear, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. As always, my dear, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, my dear, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload and you pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to join me on Instagram as well, of course I invite you. So, my beautiful pal one, take care, my dear. Hey, pal two, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, how would your future spouse describe you to other people? Now, my dear, before we start with the candle wax reading, I would like to get you one tarot card. And yeah, let's start straight away. For my beautiful pile 2, how would your future spouse describe you to others? Let's see. All right. One more. Let's see. How would they describe you to others? One card, please. Okay. And we have the excuse me, what am I saying? The 8 of Pentacles. Why did I say 3? Interesting. And we have the 8 of Pentacles. All right. So let's see. How would your future spouse describe you to others? This is pretty straightforward. They would describe you as someone who's very hardworking, someone who is very driven, and I really feel like it goes beyond the pentacles. It goes beyond the like being career driven and being determined regarding your pentacles, your finances, your money and stuff like that. The way it's coming through for me, it's like, generally speaking, they see you as someone who puts their all into something. When you put your mind into something, you go for it and you put all your heart into it, all your effort, like the sweat, the tears. It's just, I don't know why, but I really feel like your future spouse sees you as someone who can go all the way, like someone who can create great things for themselves. They see you as someone who has so much potential, and that when you dive into those potentials, you can really create, I'm hearing, magic for yourself. And this is exactly what they would say to others as well, that your potential is limitless, and yeah, there is really no boundaries when it comes to how far, like how big you can take it. What is important at the end of the day is that how you see it, like how much you believe in yourself. Because even if we are the most talented person on earth, if we don't believe in ourselves, then all the things will go to waste, right? So it's very important how we look at ourselves, and how we like how the relationship to ourselves is going. And in your particular case, and in this example, I know why, but it's kind of like I'm tuning into a scenario or into a situation in which your future spouse is seeing firsthand how much you put into the things you love and you care about, and it makes them feel so impressed by you. Like, that's the thing. Your future spouse, my dear pal, too, they would say that they're so impressed by who you are. Oh my goodness. And I feel like this is who you are. Like, you may have gone through life, and you may have been in situations in which you wanted to give up. You wanted to not, continue with something, but you did not give up, and you did it, and you finished it, and you may have even come out victorious in the situation. And this is something they admire about you so, so much. But once again, at the end of the day, it depends on how you see yourself. Like, for some reason, this is coming through. Maybe this is a message to someone that you need to work on, the belief that you have, or the trust that you have in yourself. Okay? Could be for someone. I'm just gonna say it. It could be specific, but yeah, that's something I'm seeing here as well. Also, give me a second. I know why, but at the time you and your future spouse meet each other, or when you're together, it could be the case that maybe there is a lot going on in your life, in the sense that maybe you're diving into a lot of different projects. Maybe you are starting something, and you also have your passion going on, and you also have your work going on. So it's kind of like you're diving into a lot of different things that you have like so much passion and interest in. And it shows that not only can you multitask, but once again, you may have a lot of potential in areas that are so contradicting. Like, for example, maybe some of you guys, you are very, very talented in something which is a little more logical, practical, analytical, but also you have a lot of passion and a lot of potential in something else which is very creative. Do you understand what I mean? It's kind of like you can dive into a lot of different things and make them work. And this is something your future spouse would tell other people, that honestly, I heard you are incredible. You are incredible. Very talented, full of potential. Not even the sky is the limit. I know it sounds cheesy, but it's literally how it came through. Wow. Wow, okay. Pile 2. Let me get you all your things for the candle wicks reading. All right, the ball. And your candle. As always, my dear, as always, please give me a moment. Please give me a moment to tune into the energies in here for my beautiful pile too. How would your future spouse describe you to other people? Okay. The first thing I heard was they would describe you as someone who's so supportive of them. You are so supportive of your future spouse, of their vision, of their dreams, of their goals. And this is something that they appreciate so much, that both of you guys support the other person when it comes to their own individual desires, you know? Both of you guys, you create something together for yourselves, for your home, for the life that you want to create, right? As a couple, as, yeah, each other's spouse. But at the same time, you also give each other space to make the dreams come true, or work on the dreams that are very dear to your heart as well, you know? Maybe something like some kind of dream you had as a child, or some kind of dream that is now very present in your life. Like, it's not something that you have to give up just because you are in a marriage now, or just because you have you know, a spouse. This is the kind of union in which you guys are going to be so supportive of the other's goals and wishes, I'm hearing. I also heard that you bring out the best in me. This could be something that your future spouse tells you, that they feel like you have such a beautiful influence on them, that you make them want to be a better person, you make them want to be better. And this could also be something they tell to other people as well. Another thing I'm hearing is that your future spouse will tell other people that they feel so safe with you, they feel so secure with you. This relationship is so beautiful, like so grounding as well. This is the kind of relationship they have been looking for, the kind of relationship that makes them feel secure. With you, they're not going to be scared when things get maybe a little bit unsure or insecure in life, you know? With you, even if there is something so uncertain coming towards you guys, the fact that you guys are together holding, um, yeah, this union together, being there for each other, I'm hearing no storm could destroy this. And this is what gives them also so much security, that your relationship, your union is unbreakable. It makes them feel so safe. It kind of makes them like they know if they jump, you will be there to catch them, like metaphorically speaking. It's kind of like both of you guys have so much trust in the other, and most importantly in this connection, that if things get dark, if you go through certain life experiences which may not be the most pleasant, you guys still know that you will be there for each other. And this is something which is very important to them, and this is something that they would also tell other people. Wow. This is coming from such a place of love, you guys. Your future spouse would also tell other people that, you guys, are you spiritual? Are you intuitive? Are you like connected to mysticism, or do you like mysteries? Do you like maybe reading tarot yourself, or are you connected to something regarding that, to spirituality, astrology? For some reason, I feel like, okay, your future spouse would also tell about other people. Excuse me. Would also tell other people about you this way. Excuse me, guys. Sometimes when I do candle wax readings, like, I'm so concentrated that I feel like my English says goodbye. But like, what I wanted to say is, they would also tell other people that you have introduced them to their spiritual side, or you helping them expand their horizon or their consciousness, their view. There is something you have introduced to them which is more so spiritual or mystic, that has been a huge plus in their life, like a huge expansion in their life. Maybe you have introduced them, or you will introduce them to like soulmate, twin flame concepts for some reason are coming through, okay? Of course, take it how it resonates. For some of you guys, this could be something you guys share with each other, a spiritual connection, and you will share their thoughts with them. At the same time, also, yeah, talk about the things that are important to you, and that could be your spirituality, or maybe some of you guys, you are really in tune, you are psychics, you are gifted, and you're gonna share those things with your future spouse, and yeah, it's gonna open their eyes maybe to certain areas of their life that they didn't even know was there. Another thing, let me drink water. Excuse me. Yeah, excuse me, my dear. So, I had to drink water. Another thing, it wouldn't surprise me if you and your future spouse, perhaps, if you are a little bit different from each other, I mean, it could be on many different levels. So, as I was just saying, maybe when it comes to certain views you have on life, maybe one of you guys is more so practical, the other person, or like, let's say, more so logical, and the other likes to dive into certain areas of life that go beyond the logical mind, that are inexplainable, or more so spiritual. Or maybe for some of you guys, you are from different cultures, countries, ethnicities, places. Like, the differences could really go anywhere. Or maybe you're just a little bit different when it comes to your appearances, okay? It could even be from the same country, but maybe there's a little bit of difference still there. Or maybe, as I said, the differences have nothing to do with culture and stuff like that, with appearance, but it's more so about your guys' interest and maybe the way you were brought up or your experiences. But there is some kind of difference there, and I feel like this difference is actually going to help you guys so much with allowing each other to expand your view even more. As I said, it could be something like you're going to introduce them to spirituality or to mysticism, or maybe if you are from different cultures, you're going to also introduce a different view to them. But there is going to be some kind of exchange which is going to help both of you guys to see a bigger picture. And this is something that they would also tell other people, that you have taught them a lot about things that they didn't know about before, and it has made their life so much more beautiful. You have made their life so much more beautiful with you, with your spirit, with your love. I'm hearing your future spouse would tell other people that they feel blessed, that they're so grateful for having you in their life. Wow. They would tell other people that you are the love of their life. This is how they would describe you. I'm getting a lot of like small messages. Like I feel like, yeah. They would say that you are the love of their life, my dear. And that they fell in love with you very fast and very hard. But everything turned out the way it had to turn out. Wow, I heard. I am so happy. Wow, I literally got goosebumps, you guys. Your future spouse is so happy with you, and they have so much love for you. Oh, I feel like we got a lot of insights regarding, yeah, what's happening within your future spouse, right? And there is a lot happening, okay? That's something I'm seeing here for sure. So for my beautiful pal too, this is all I have for you guys for today. As always, my dear, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. And my dear, as always, if you haven't, I of course invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, my dear, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload and you pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, of course, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal 2, take care, my dear. Hey pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, how would your future spouse describe you to other people? Now, first of all, my dear, before we start with the candle wax reading, I would like to get you one card from this tarot deck. So let's start straight away. For my beautiful pile 3, how would your future spouse describe you to other people? Let's see. Let's see. One card, please. For my, okay, dear pile 3. All right, interesting. We got the Knight of Swords here. So how would they describe you to other people? First of all, okay, that's interesting. I'm getting a message regarding your relationship for some reason coming through. But I heard with you, everything goes by so fast. And it feels so right. Like, what do I mean by that? So for example, it could be the case that when we look into your guys' connection, let's just say from the time you guys will start dating to the time where you will introduce each other to, you know, your parents, your family, friends, to the time where you guys get engaged, marriage, you know, like all those little milestones or like things. I feel like it's gonna go by pretty fast. And this could be something that is maybe really out of character for your future spouse. Maybe there's someone who likes to take things slow and They're not really one to rush into things. And it's kind of like with you, although this is something that they maybe would not feel comfortable with normally, or maybe it's something they would normally not do, with you, it feels right. With you, it feels like everything is, you know, developing the way it's supposed to develop. Like, there is no resistance, there is no second guessing or doubt. It's just, I'm hearing it's just how it should be, the right way. So, this fast energy could be something that maybe both of you guys didn't expect really, but it feels right. This is something they would say. They would say to other people that with you, things are going so fast, but it is right this way. It feels right this way. Like nothing in their being is resisting what is happening. And in fact, once again, it feels like this is exactly how it's supposed to be. They also would describe you as someone who's very decisive, someone who, I know why I heard like a go getter. You know, you could be someone, when you want something, you will do everything to achieve it, you will do everything to go there. And that's something that maybe your future spouse admires about you as well, that when you put your mind into something, nothing can hold you back from it. Let me see. Another thing I'm hearing, one second. Okay, this is like such a random message, but that's what I got. I'm an intuitive reader, so um, another thing I am receiving, my dear, is that there could be something regarding you and your future spouse which is very similar. I feel like it's something internal, it's not external. So, for example, maybe both of you guys have a certain character which is very similar, maybe a certain value or view on life, on maybe what it is that you want. Maybe it's the way you go about things, but there is going to be something very similar, and both of you guys are going to notice that. Both of you guys are going to be pretty aware of this, and it's going to bring you guys even more, like, even closer, because maybe there is something which is very dear to you, or you are a certain way that maybe in the past people always try to put you down for, or maybe people didn't quite understand. And with you and your future spouse, it's kind of like both of you guys understand each other because maybe you share the similar trait, or you maybe share the similar view on something, and you feel like you feel safe, you know, like you don't feel judged, and you feel like you can express yourself. And it's the same thing with your future spouse as well. Your future spouse is going to tell other people that, or how they would describe you, as someone who they can be their most authentic self in front, and they can say what's dear to their heart, they can do what feels right to them, and you will not be there judging them. You will in fact try to understand them, or you're going to understand them, of course, depending on the situation, but there is not judgment coming from you. And this gives your future spouse the freedom to express themselves truly. Because, you know, if you are in an environment, okay, let's just take this as an example. If you are in an environment in which you know you're going to be judged, you may not express yourself fully or the way you would like to, because you know no matter what you do, you may be judged for those things, especially if there are certain things which are very dear to your heart, which are sacred for you, which mean a lot to you, things you care about. Especially if you get judged for those things, it hurts even more. And it's kind of like you want to protect yourself, or you want to protect those things that are important to you as well. But if you are in an environment in which you feel like you can be free, you can express yourself, that doesn't mean that everyone has to agree with you, but you can truly express yourself. And like the freedom is there and you feel safe doing so, and you don't feel immediately judged for it, or you maybe even feel like perhaps understood for what is important to you. That's like a complete different environment, right? And this is what I see with you and your future spouse. They feel like they can be who they are and they can express themselves truly. And I'm hearing this means the world to them. And this is exactly what they would say to others as well. They would say, you have given them something that no amount of money in the world can give them, which is the gift or the freedom of being who they are in a relationship. And this means everything to them. Wow. This is very like emotionally charged. Like, how should I explain it? Like, there are a lot of emotions in this last message. So it could be the case that your future spouse at one point in their life, they were surrounded by people who they felt so like they felt so trapped, so stuck, so like suffocated, and it's just they couldn't really express what was dear to them. They couldn't really show who they are or who they were. And yeah, it definitely was a very difficult time for them. It could have even possibly been a relationship, maybe, okay? But what you guys have with each other, once again, it means the world to them. There are no amount of words that can describe how dear this is to them. That they can be who they are in front of you. You see, wow, this message, like, I really got carried away, but this message, it was so deeply, like, important. I feel like it's almost like one of the deepest secrets of your future spouse just coming through. Even, like, I didn't get this message from the tarot card. I did this, like, I received this message intuitively, and I feel like I am connected to a part of them that is very hidden away. This may be something that they don't talk about very often, but the fact that they feel towards you that way, and the fact that they will tell this to someone, but I do feel like it's someone very close to them, because once again, it's not something they just casually talk about. So it could be maybe their best friend, or maybe a sibling, or one of their parents, but someone who's very dear to them, and it's going to mean a lot to everyone. All right, so let me get you your candle, my dear. Okay, so let's light it up. Okay. As always, my dear, as always, please give me a moment. Please give me a moment to tune into the energies in here for my beautiful pile 3. How would your future spouse describe you to others? Let's see, let's see. Right in the beginning, I received, oh my goodness, I received that would describe you as so, so, so beautiful. We're starting off with this. I want to be honest. Wow. Your future spouse, they are very attracted towards you, my dear pal 3. Very attracted, like very physically attracted. Honestly, like you could literally be their be their type, or like ideal type, whatever the word is, but you are the kind of person that your future spouse finds attractive. And I talked about beauty, so your future spouse, they may find you very beautiful, very gorgeous, very handsome. As always, take it how it resonates, depending on who you are, but that's something I'm seeing in here. And when I said beautiful, I hurt at the same time, like inside and out. Although we are getting some like emphasis here on the physical body, but still, I really have to emphasize as well that your beauty goes skin deep. It's incredible. Like your future spouse, they are so attracted towards you, my dear. And this is something I almost feel like they don't even have to say to other people because it's so like visible. Like no one is gonna question whether your future spouse finds you attractive or not because it's like in your face, you know. I feel like the way you guys interact, and also your future spouse, they're very vocal, so they may always tell you, you know, how like lovely you look or how beautiful you are. Like, I feel like this is not something, or yeah, it's not something they will hold back from. Everyone will know. Another thing I'm receiving is that your future spouse would tell other people that you have enriched their life. I hope that's the right word. Like, you have, let me explain it otherwise if it's not an English word, but I think you can say it this way. But like, you have brought an abundance into their life that they never thought was possible. Like, you have enriched their life in a way that they never thought was possible, because your future spouse is definitely someone who has the mindset that, you know, I create my own like happiness, like I create my own life and my own joy. Like, they don't see it as the responsibility of other people. Of course, other people can always add to it, but at the end of the day, it is our own making, you know, like happiness is a choice. And although this is how they feel and this is how they've been living for some time, with you, they experience firsthand how it feels like having someone in our life that actually adds to it, you know, like makes us happy as well and brings so much like love and abundance into our life. I feel like this is something maybe your future spouse hasn't really experienced a lot. Okay, I have to talk about the sun card because the sun card actually is beautifully, I would say, yeah, connecting to this, yeah, to this energy, because the sun card is like such a optimistic and joyful energy. It is so abundant, and it's literally what I'm getting with the candle wax message as well. It could be the case that you will be their sun, like metaphorically speaking. You will bring a lot of light into their life, and this is something that they will say to other people as well. You are bringing light into their life. I feel like, my dear, you bring a lot of fulfillment into your future spouse's life. There is really no other way to say it. The kind of relationship you guys have with each other is exactly what they always wanted or what they always hoped for. And this is like such a random message, but I'm getting a message that at the time you will meet your future spouse, and I'm just talking here about your future spouse, I'm tuning into their view, into their experience here. I don't feel like your future spouse like expected to meet someone, or excuse me, I always hit the camera, or they didn't really expect to maybe find a, yeah, potential spouse at the place you guys will meet, because I feel like it's coming through like pretty unexpected. For some reason, you're gonna come into your future spouse's life in such a unexpected way. It's honestly it's very interesting. But you're gonna bring this light with you, which is gonna make it even more, yeah, mind blowing and incredible. And this is something they may say to others as well about you, that I'm hearing you are the greatest gift that this person has ever received from, I'm hearing from God, from the universe, from source. And wow, it came in the most unexpected way. Your future spouse, my dear, has so much love for you. And there is also something I would like to talk about. I don't know why, but this is like such a random message. But there is something very mysterious about you, like some kind of mysterious energy that is surrounding you, or at least I'm looking into your future spouse's energy here. So they feel this way for some reason. Maybe you guys are very spiritual, or you are into certain, yeah, areas in life that may be considered mysterious, but this is what they see. And I feel like they find it so intriguing. Like, it's kind of like this person is so curious about you, because you are like a, I'm hearing a ball, um, of light, but also full of mystery. Okay, I feel like for some of you guys, my dear, there could be a soulmate connection in here, okay? But I'm just gonna say it. Of course, take it how it resonates, but there could be something in here. This is like such a random message, but I feel like a lot of people in your future spouse's life are gonna be incredibly curious about you. Of course, this is more so like when you guys, like before marriage. I feel like when you guys are maybe introducing each other to, your inner circle and stuff like that. But for some reason, there is a lot of especially curiosity in here, which is coming through. I'm not getting a like context, like what this curiosity is maybe connected to, but yeah, it's just that I'm just getting that, nothing else. Hmm. Maybe you guys will understand when the time comes through. Wow, I got such a sweet message coming through. I heard that, okay, I heard you are so lucky, but I feel like it's gonna be someone telling this to your future spouse. It's not your future spouse saying it, but someone is gonna tell them that. And I'm getting male energy. So a male figure will tell your future spouse that they are so lucky for having you. Wow, you will have made a very positive impression on someone, okay? And this person is a very close person to your future spouse. So it could be a father, or it could be a brother, it could be a father figure, or something like that, an uncle even, I'm getting, or a friend. Okay, whatever it may be. But yeah, it's a very positive impression here. This is all I'm getting, my dear pal 3. I'm not receiving any more messages. I feel like the energies for you were so like deep that I honestly, after this reading, need a moment to just sit and yeah, I guess process everything, because it has been a very deep reading for sure, especially energetically speaking. It was very raw, like your future spouse's emotions and stuff like that. When I say this could be a very deep secret of your future spouse when it comes to the first messages, then I really mean it. Like, yeah, this is the world for them. You allowing them to be who they are, it means everything. So, my beautiful pal 3, as always, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. And of course, my dear, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, my dear, don't forget to hit the bell because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload new pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, of course, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal 3, take care, my dear.